Hey folks, Lemonade here, and today I'm checking out the TJX Cerapad in the black sheep, the odd stepchild, the glass pad that doesn't seem to get talked about as much as it really needs to, and why I absolutely love this thing. But let's get into it right after this. Small disclaimer per usual, TJX did send me this free for review, but that will never change the outcome of any review on the channel. My opinions are my own, and you are seeing this as early as they are. Okay, we're gonna knock out the specs real quick, and I'll put those right up here for you folks. Real quick, there are 5 different sizes and 6 different colors for this pad. This is the platinum size, so 405 by 405 in the new white colorway. And I might as well start the review here. So the options that TJX provides here is by far the most impressive out of any glass mousepad company, and frankly, just really most cloth pad companies. You get such a good range of choices and prices. They have literally something for everyone. And on top of all of that, you can even get your name or logo customized for free. They give you 4 different color options that you can choose from, and any specific font that you would want, it would just replace their logo down here. Anyway, this is the stuff you love to see, especially when you're getting into glass pads. They're a bigger investment and one that should last you a lifetime, so making it easy to really fit your setup and brand is great. Quick note on the packaging here for the kin. It's top notch with strong use of heavy cardboard and a ton of bubble wrap. And these are 100% handmade in the US up in Wisconsin, which is really rare in the enthusiast peripheral space. And being from the US myself, I love to support brands trying to compete from here. Okay, so on to the pad itself here. So for reference, I have been using this for about a month now for a few reasons. First off, this is a glass pad, but it is control focused, unlike other glass pads who lean heavily into the speed side of the spectrum. Now, to achieve this increased control, they have a proprietary way of embedding a ceramic surface over the tempered glass core. All glass pads are made from tempered glass. This is just at the core. They state it's non-wearing and will never need replacing. On top of this, there is about a 20-hour or roughly 1 week break-in period. And lastly, this is a slightly newer version of this surface over the original release of the kins. The new white and red colors are the first to have this treatment, but all the colors will be updated with it. It's set to increase the control by roughly 8 or 10% and have this subtle metallic shimmer to it. So of course, I really wanted to drill into this pad as much as I could before getting this review out. I really wanted to see if the surface would change over time. And well, honestly, it held up great. The surface did smooth out a bit as they stated that it would, but it didn't change the speed. It stayed consistent just like day one. I guess it's more of an audible thing than anything. It's maybe a touch quieter in the area that I play the most up here. You can take a listen for yourself versus here and let's say down here. Okay, but let's just talk about that surface. Why ceramic? Why control? Why not just get a SkyPad or Superglide? And why is this my favorite? First off, because it's just so damn balanced feeling. I love it. They state that their focus is attack shooters like Valorant or CS, but myself and many others on Twitter have said this can easily be used in games like COD, Apex, Fortnite. Really, TJX should get away from that attack FPS focus. This is more versatile than they even give it credit for. Now, yes, of course, it's more controlled than a SkyPad or Superglide, but if I had to put a percentage to it, it's like maybe 20% slower than those pads. It's not really as much as most people think, and that's the magic in it. That glass core with the peppering of that ceramic control really make it feel very balanced. And for myself, personally, I prefer recommending products to folks that are balanced. Mud pads feel a bit annoying to deal with in games like in Apex, and sky pads can be a bit too demanding for most people for games like Valorant. Now wait, before all the sky pad fans jump into the comments, and I'm not saying you can't use a sky pad in Valorant. Obviously it's been proven, but like I said in my sky pad review, that pad, it really demands consistent, strong mouse control and tests your skills as an aimer. There is a little stopping power to it, and while yes, mastering it and using it can make it more fun, your bad days or bad moments can be a little bit more exacerbated with a pad like that. Now, if you're in the top % of aimers on RA or Voltaic benchmarks, this honestly isn't going to matter either way to you, but when I'm suggesting a product to folks that will be suitable for most gamers and aimers, having that extra bit of control built in really goes a long way, especially for folks coming fresh off cloth pads. And on the topic of cloth pads, this is still obviously a glass pad. It's faster than really most cloth pads out there. So let's take a quick look at a glide test between the SkyPad, the Super Glide, and Lamzu's Energon, a pad that is similar to the Artisan Raiden. And as you saw, there was some similarities. It's not stopping the mouse that much sooner, and in the case of the Energon, this still glides a bit further than that. I think where you're going to feel some of the most difference in comparison to the other glass pads is in the static friction. So that initial friction in your inner hand movements is where the control really resides, but your wider, more dynamic movements are still very freeing. The ceramic surface not only provides that unique control, but it's also less affected by stray hairs and particles that may get scratchy on the underside of your skates when they get stuck, and it's less sticky than both pads, so it fights sweat and humidity a little bit better, meaning you don't necessarily have to wear a sleeve with this one. Now, these are both common complaints on other glass pads. That being said, I just wanted to clarify, yes, you're still going to get the occasional hair that gets stuck, and yes, there's going to be some moisture buildup depending on the time of season, but it's generally far less than both the SkyPad and the Super Glide. And let's talk real quick about that Super Glide pad, because this pad took the crown from the SkyPad, at least for me. You can see the video up here if you want to see that full comparison. But essentially what really won it over with Pulsar's pad is that it had better sizing options, better value, and more unique base solution. And really the Cerapad Kin also has all that and a bit more, I would say, with its wider sizing options, more varied price points, more colors, and customizations that you can add to it. The only thing that the TJX pad does not have over the Super Glide is this full silicone base solution on here, which did help dampen the sound a little bit and fix the flexing issue that the SkyPad experienced, because that had 4 corner feet. As you can see, the Kin also has 4 corner feet. My copy did not flex just because this is a bit smaller and less wide than the SkyPad, so I can't really say if that's also an issue on this. Now, I can't comment too much, but TJX did tell me they got some really, really good updates coming to the Cerapad Kin soon, so keep your eyes open for that. And for me, overall, this is my new favorite glass pad. It really strikes a great balance in all the features it offers at a fair price point. And speaking of that, if the pad interests you, here are 3 different codes that you can use to save yourself 10% off your order. Of course, you got code Lemonade, me, and 2 others from creators that I respect, code Router from Team Soar, and code Rob FPS, who recently joined Ultraviolet, and welcome to the team, brother. And on that note, folks, all my socials are down below, along with any affiliate links from the brands that I trust. And of course, you can use code Lemonade on those to possibly save a few bucks. If you had a good time with me today, again, likes and subs are always appreciated. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts were. But until the next Fresh Squeeze video, stay thirsty, folks.